like, isn't it incredibly unsafe to be, like, having a rave on a fire escape?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I mean, right?
I've never actually been on one of those. I've never been in a city with buildings that has one of those and had the opportunity to get on one. And on TV, like, you see people get on those all the time, and, like,
Yeah,
I don't know, there's some in Hey Arnold.
Well, they're intended to save your life in the event of a fire, so maybe you shouldn't play on it? I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't play on it, and also it's still a high place, so you're not supposed to play on it because you could just fall over the edge because you're an idiot
also made
as a child.
Of, like, relatively thin metal, so it's like,
yeah, like, they're made with just some bars, right? Like, I've just heard that you should just not mess with those.
Yeah.
Like in general, I've just heard, like, oh, when you see people, like, sitting on them in like, TV, like, don't do that. That's TV.
Yeah.
But then there's just, like, grown adults just having a rave over there or something.
Well, I don't know, because I've never actually been around a fire escape. Like,
yeah, like, we don't live in, like, a city. Like, and in Honolulu, when I used to go to college there, I don't know if there were fire escapes on anything. I think that's just a style of architecture that wasn't really applicable. Also, things don't catch fire much in Hawaii. I mean, it's always a possibility anywhere, but Hawaii is humid, so it's not going to be like in California, sometimes wildfires just start because.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, California has plenty of fires, but we don't have, like, high-rise buildings usually.
It's so like a New York thing, right?
Yeah, well, New York has them, I think, the most.
I think Chicago is usually, like, I wouldn't, if you showed me, like, a photo of New York and then a photo of Chicago, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, me neither.
But, like some of the cities that are from the East Coast and that are older, where the buildings were built at a certain time period that I don't know, like the 20s? I don't know. Not the 20s, some other thing.
Yeah. By the way, I realized, when I came in here on my own, that if you die, it bubbles you and tosses you back.
Okay.
And I don't know...
dying at this festival.
Well, if you get far enough away from Pauline, it also bubbles you. Okay. But it's like, I can't tell if that's...
power.
I can't tell if it's actually like a reference to New Super Mario Brothers, which was in those particular games, if you hit start and select at the same time on the Wii, you'd bubble yourself and just follow the other player if you were playing
mode. So that if you're, like, playing with your kid sibling and they freak out, you can just tell them to bubble and follow until you get to an easier portion.
If you died, I think it also did that.
So that you don't bring down the other
Or if you got far enough away from player one, which is the one that or whoever happened to be farthest.
So they don't have to zoom out perpetually like it were Smash Brothers or something. Will you quit messing with her?
When you hit her, the vocal lines in the song actually stop.
It's a good it's a good touch.
Yeah, you can kind of hear her over the PA being like, "Whoops, oof, ow."
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And you're just sort of smacking her with a hat.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't beat up the mayor, I guess.
Sugar skulls and fedoras.
Yeah, sugar skulls. There's a toad here. There's another one of them people. There's a slug.
I'm disappointed that the hat ghost isn't in a fedora.
The hat ghost is a fedora.
No, it's not.
She's one of them little...
She's a cloche.
That's a lady hat. And the ladies all have those. Like,
not quite the same. Oh, hey. Cool.
Peach is always with us.
Yep. She's just leaving graffiti of herself in Pauline's house.
Our 2D cat waifu.
I mean, that is kind of what she is, isn't she?
A little bit, yeah. Especially that version of her, right?
Yeah, actually, I was in a discussion with friends about Nintendo waifus, and the guy who pretends that Mario doesn't exist keeps saying that there's no good Nintendo waifus. We kept going through the Mario wiki trying to prove him wrong. He was like,
you'll always prove him wrong.
But, one guy just kept chiming in with just Peach in different outfits, and I was like, okay, Peach dressed as Luigi is pretty good. Peach dressed as this or that is pretty good. But it's like, just Peach dressed as things is like an infinite number of waifus, apparently.
Pretty much. Is it this one that I'm thinking of? There's a really strong... No, this is something else. Okay, I'm going to have to do that one eventually, but there's actually one that I desperately want to get to. Because I'm not going to say it's an I told you so moment, but there is totally
boy.
a thing that I was talking about early, like episode fucking 2 of this Let's Play. There it is. So all these people are in line. And we're going to cut. We're just straight up going to cut. This is a movie theater. You remember what I said in like episode 2 or 3, which is, I swear to God, the first level of the first world of Mario better be somewhere in this game.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
It's in post-game!
It's just literally here.
It's literally just World 1-1.
Oh, it's banana stickers.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to hide them around.
Yeah, like,
definitely.
this isn't just you get to the end and you get a moon just for completing it.
No,
They're
and
making
also,
it, like, more interesting.
It's different because in Mario 1, like in the original Mario, you could not go backwards. You can go backwards in this version.
Oh, yeah!
Which is fancy and interesting, and I actually kind of like that concept.
Going backwards?
Well, having the ability to go backwards in Mario 1, yes.
In a game where
There
the
it is.
design is not intended to do so.
Yeah. Well, it means that you can also kind of explore certain parts of these levels a little bit more intently because you couldn't originally. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, you can get up there and you can get like grab that thing and you're not stuck. You can go back if you missed it or whatever.
Huh. Okay.
I'm very intimate with Mario 1, so...
Ew,
like,
don't say it like that.
no, you know what I mean. I know it like front, back, and sideways, so I basically know where pretty much everything that's hidden in just bricks is in here.
I think
no?
the first
Okay.
level is the only level I ever was able to finish as a kid.
Yeah, well, I feel like Mario 1, at least for the first level, is one that, like,
Everyone can do
everybody knows at least most of. They might not know all of it, but they're gonna know most of it.
Oh man, the dudes in the audience keep clapping for you. That's
Yeah,
how you
'cause
know
it's a
it's
movie.
America.
It's a movie. This is the Mario movie.
No, it's not.
This is Nintendo making the Mario movie.
So Nintendo's idea of the Mario movie is literally just Mario 1-1
Mario
on the big screen?
1-1 on the big screen, yeah.
No, because Daisy's not
No
even
more
in
John
it.
Leguizamo.
I liked that. I liked him. Sid the Sloth is a great Luigi.
He's like the worst Luigi.
No,
is it this
regular canon vanilla
There it
Luigi is
is.
the worst Luigi. Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's where the hidden one is.
Cool.
Down inside the big screen.
And they clap.
Yeah, everyone in the movie theater stands up and claps. Like,
But only like twice. Like they're just making a
that-
Y in the YMCA and they're done.
that, by the way, is not the right pipe. I should not have come out on that one. So
Oh.
that threw me off. The whole reason I went backwards from here was because I figured it was going to pop me out of this pipe.
Okay, yeah, well...
Because that's the pipe
I
that's
wouldn't have
supposed to
known.
pop
I
you
don't
up
know
out
that
of.
stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where's the flag?
Flag's not there because
No.
they had to give you some place to do that with, I guess.
Ah, I don't like that.
Well, I also can't go through the castle. Let's see.
Ah, he's wrong.
It's fine.
I don't care about the warp pipe, but the
I'm
flag's
accepting.
important.
I'm accepting of it.
But the flag
You have to make
is important.
you have to make the flag jump to get the final sticker.
Yeah, but you don't touch a flag and then slide down and get your points. Because
Because
honestly, that's the only part that
Yeah.
had any real, like, as a kid, just like that it felt like there was something, like an outcome you can determine.
Oh god.
Like, the way you jump on the flag, because it's an easy level, actually. It's the only easy level.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
like
first level.
doing the flag thing was like the bit at the end that it was like, oh, I can mess up real bad on this if I'm dumb. But like every other level after that was like, I can't play this game. I'm like 6 years old. What do they expect from me?
I've beaten Mario 1. I beat it when I was 4.
Well, look at you. I didn't. I was also bad at Duck Hunt.
Oh, it was amazing. I'm still amazing at Duck Hunt. It was in this LP that I pointed out that you can control the other ducks, right? Or did I not actually point that out on
I don't
camera?
remember.
Okay, in Duck Hunt, in case this isn't the LP where I pointed it out, in Duck Hunt, a little known like thing is that player 2 on the NES totally controls the ducks. If you want to just piss people off and infuriate them to no end, pick up player 2 and start controlling the ducks and make it impossible to shoot
There's a
them.
little Yeti down there. I
Yeah.
want to talk to him.
Alright. Go talk to your Yeti.
Because they're cute.
Yeah, we climbed up here, but what was that? We climbed up here, but it's too high. How will we get down? We've never been up so high.
My babies. We need to help them. Just
Nope,
kind of
there's
push
no
them over
helping
the
them.
edge. They'll bounce.
I don't want to push them because they're close to the edge.
We're trying not to lose their heads.
Yeah.
Okay. It took me a second to remember the second line of
There
that.
we go. This dumpster on top of a pillar. How do they take out the trash?
This is where they take the trash out to.
I guess.
I guess they just tip it over the edge into.
Into
They
the
tip
abyss.
it from Jetson's world down into Flintstone's world.
Yeah, if you go down to the bottom of this, it's actually just that dinosaur kingdom. Not the real one, but the Cascade Kingdom underneath this. Even though we can totally see what's down there, and it's clearly not the Cascade Kingdom.
Well, we can see what might be clouds or might be what might be clouds or might be water, but it's kind of foggy. But
I fucked it up.
I'm really surprised that this area doesn't have an equivalent to the deep woods that the Wooded Kingdom has.
No, but that's because it does kind of go up. Like some of the, I pointed it out, some of the areas, like when you go through the pipes and stuff, are clearly just higher versions of these cities. It's not this one specifically, but it's probably one of the other ones, because it's just like, oh, it goes up into the clouds and there's more construction going on up there.
Yeah.
And they're clearly just making it higher. I think I've suggested, but I think that New Donk City might have a problem with, like, construction.
Yeah, like
an addiction?
the construction lobby has Pauline in a vice, and they just have to keep doing this because it creates all those jobs.
I think it's probably, it goes beyond Pauline ever. I think it's before Pauline ever touched it, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like,
no, she
for
didn't
real-
build this. I mean, she may have built this city.
I for real think that because it's Donkey Kong, like when we look at Donkey Kong, like the original Donkey Kong, that bridge is insane, by the way. But when we look at actual Donkey Kong and it's like, it's one big construction thing, every single time in Donkey Kong that you complete a level, except for the very last one, you climb up a whole level.
Yeah.
Like, you go up again, and it's just levels upon levels of construction going on. And what I think that is they're reinterpreting it here as, this is a city that never stops expanding up. Like, it's just upward expanse at all times. Yeah, and I'm going to fall like crazy, too.
Say goodbye to that Vespa.
Oh, I don't care. It respawns if you get far enough away, but yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's just a city of pure upward expanse. Like,
yeah, but that's got to be, like, caused by something, funded by something. So I'm thinking just, it creates jobs, and, like, maybe the construction companies have a lot of sway in this town. And maybe they're also building in order to cover something. Like, under all of this, they've got Akira frozen down there.
I mean, potentially, but I think that what it actually is maybe they just have a problem with continuing to build and
maybe they've got
expand
overpopulation
upward for some problem. It doesn't seem to be overpopulated.
Not that we
In
can
fact,
see.
a lot of the areas that we do see tend to be like really, really sparse and kind of
Well,
empty.
that's because you need a license to leave your apartment. You don't.
maybe,
you
I
don't
don't know, I
get
guess.
sunlight unless you have a permit. No, it's just a dystopia.
I remembered that there was one over here, and I was pretty sure I hadn't gotten it. I didn't actually know it was right there, but when I landed, I could feel it under my feet. You're supposed to check and see it because there's a bunch of birds hanging around it normally. There were not a bunch of birds hanging around it when I landed.
Because you scared them.
No, because they just didn't spawn into the area.
Oh, okay. You got in there too fast?
I don't know if it's that I got in there too fast, but that may have been part of it, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking of this side.
You know what?
What?
You know what the flying taxis make me think of, and I didn't realize why I was thinking that until now?
What's up?
The Fifth Element.
A little bit.
Taxi, like doesn't the hero in The Fifth Element drive a taxi? Just
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
is just,
I'm almost positive, yeah.
he sits in a shitty apartment with a cat, and he has a taxi, and like Lilu falls into his taxi or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember for sure. It's been a little while since I've seen it. But, like, yeah, something about this just really reminds me of The Fifth Element. I'm half expecting...
Have we seen her in this dress before, by the way?
I've seen her in that dress in general. I don't know if we've seen it on cam.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ones that came up in waifu discussion. Is just like, look at Peach in this. That's
There's so
waifu.
many people here. I'm a bit overwhelmed. Uh-oh, I almost forgot. I found a power moon in the crowd. Add it to your collection.
So someone dropped that and you just claimed it?
Yeah. Hey, man, power moons grow on trees. So, like, it's like owning fruit. Come to think of it, I'd like to see those big ruins in the desert again. And she keeps trying to hint at going to the desert. And it's like, we don't want to do that.
We've spent enough time there.
Yeah, we spent kind of a lot of time in the desert, Peach. We kind of don't want to spend any more there. Sorry.
Oh, the Style Sisters.
Yeah, they don't have anything interesting coming on, though.
I wish that there was more going on with them.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying
because you do one
isn't.
thing with them and they keep showing up, but you don't get to do the thing anymore.
Yeah, I'd like it if it's like every area they asked you to show them a costume.
So long as they're close enough to the cap shop or to your things that you can change clothing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, this changes so that there's now a moon on the thing. So it's like, oh, now you gotta do this. Because I don't know if you remember, but the first few times I did this, I literally just jumped over it. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, we found 500.
Yeah.
Ooh, darker
side. So we have the Moon Kingdom, the Dark Side Kingdom, and now the Darker Side Kingdom.
What does that even mean?
That's our final kingdom. I'm real sorry that it is not...
Delfino Plaza like I wanted?
Delfino Plaza like you wanted. This, by the way, is a little bit bullshit, but people who have played real far into this game... will immediately recognize this is not that bullshit.
I mean, it's just
you'll
Mario
see why.
Kart.
No, well, you'll see why in a little bit, but because I will do, for those of you who are wondering, I will do the other one. Don't worry, I'll show that one off. I'll do it once. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, but I'll show it off. So these are really, really annoying to kind of have to get going.
Why is this game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater now? It's
not that Tony Hawk. Yeah.
No, but it's still some. This is like extreme.
It's a little bit extreme and sporty. So that's where the secondary moon is, by the way.
Okay.
It was off on like a little expanse there.
That looks kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, it super is actually. You kind of have to time it properly because you have to keep jumping. There's no ramps or anything for you to go up. And a big problem that I have with this particular area is that there's no way to get back. So if you get to the end, you've kind of fucked up more than you have succeeded.
Okay.
Because now I have to leave and start the whole thing over again. If I want to get the secondary moon. Which I'll do.
At least it doesn't make you, like, put a bean in a pot.
No, but those ones, I mean, at least if you know where the pots are, it's not too bad. But, yeah. No, those ones are still kind of weird.
Yeah,
and those
I remember this place.
time,
Yeah, we know
really
Cap.
Annoying.
Yeah, he remembers it. Because we were just here.
I remember this place from 2 seconds ago. I think there's still a moon that we looked at.
Yeah, well, Cappy tries to help.
To finish. You can't hit the damn thing if it's already compressed, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, I'd like to be able to hit it regardless.
Yeah, because some Switches are like that.
Yeah,
sometimes.
some of them are, and it's a little weird that not all of them are.
Huh.
It's the inconsistency with that really bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah. Like in any game where like they don't make a new Switch design for every potential Switch function, it's like, well, it looks like the other ones.
Yeah, they ought to just function all exactly the same. There should be no real differences.
Or it'd be a different color if it's not going to do the right thing.
Okay, so this is really obnoxious. You are super right. And this is even the easiest version of this. But it's like, yeah, see, I fucked it up again.
Oh.
So
can you go back from here?
Nope. That's what it looks like if you stop here.
Oof.
So there's no way to go back. I'm just gonna skip over that, I think.
Okay.
It's nothing that
we can get to the darker side.
Yeah,
we want to do it.
What I am gonna show off though is I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna leave the Metro Kingdom for a little bit. I'm gonna show you what I am talking about when I say that there is another version of that. So people regard these as, I'm going to show you two, and I'm going to try and make sure that they're the right ones. Two of the hardest moons in this entire game.
Ooh. Think you're gonna be able to get them?
No. I can tell you with total confidence that no, I can't get them.
Okay.
I've gotten them in my own file. I don't want to have to do it again.
Were these one of the ones where you were cussing?
Yes.
You're just like, fuck.
I can tell you right now that if you heard me cussing while playing this game, that's why.
That and that one sheep.
So yeah, Darker Side of the Moon now.
I know that when you're mad at a video game, there's a lot
ends of the moon.
There's a lot of yelling "why" at it.
Yeah. No, this is definitely one of those games where I was screaming "why" at it.
Yeah, it's like when you're mad, everything's got a personality. And you gotta shame it.
There's some semi-unfair things that happen a little bit, especially in these particular two, or at least things that I determined at the time to be unfair. Honestly, they're probably not that unfair. It's just really, really difficult, and I don't know why the hell it has to be so goddamn hard.
Well, I'll be a judge of that.
Yeah, you will definitely need to be the judge of that, because you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, what? So I think this is the first time we've come back. For a little bit anyway. So now this place is absolutely filled to bursting with, I'll show it off, but this whole area is covered in art. It's not just 2, it's not just 3.
Poochie.
I believe there are 9 portraits in this area now. They're in areas that kind of don't make sense anymore. Like here and there and here.
What even is that?
That's the Cloud Kingdom. I know where all of these are because I've gotten every single one of them. There's another one over here. Oops. Yeah, if you hit it fast enough, it doesn't actually show it to you. They are effing everywhere.
Okay.
There's one here on the ground.
Hold secrets.
Yeah, the bunnies hold so many secrets. There's one back there.
Okay. What even is that?
This one was difficult.
Looks like someone's crotch.
Yeah, this one was difficult. I did figure it out. Looking at that, I can tell you right now, and by the way, it tells you where it is at C4.
Oh.
Which, if you check a map, like if I'm checking it here, you'll actually notice there are letters and numbers along the sides. This one in particular, you kind of need that, but I found it without realizing that it said C4 the first time. That is in the Lost Kingdom. It is a single patch of dirt with a shadow that a tree is overhanging it. So it's a patch of dirt that is brown, and then the gray dirt that is the bumped up version of the dirt. You can almost tell because shit looks like plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything about all of the paintings in this area. Like, a lot of them are really, really difficult for no reason. I think that's a door. Okay. Is this one of the ones that I think it is? It is not. This is just a redo of this area, but with Yoshi.
Yeah, just the banana stickers, tanks, sequence.
Yep. And it's actually not that bad. That one's pretty fun. Yeah. I like running around as Yoshi. It's good. This is one of the ones that I'm thinking of right here, though.
Okay.
So, first of all, both the ones I'm going to show you, you lose your hat for.
Okay.
So you do not have Cappy. You do not have any of Cappy's jumps. So there's actually going to be 3 of them. I keep saying 2, but there's 3. This is the first one. Welcome to literally having to do this area with the poison piranhas without a hat.
Oh.
Without a hat, it basically means that you cannot touch the poison, and you can't get rid of the poison. So if the poison keeps coming, it's going to become nigh impossible to actually jump around without getting hit.
Well, at least you started with 2 circles.
You have to start with 2 sets, otherwise you do not have it enough to get through here.
Oh.
So
yeah,
this
is
yeah, and all it takes is one little
folks.
accidentally touching like of poison for it to just straight up kill you. And there are 2 in this one, like there's 2 in the other. And this is more or less just identical to the other one. You just don't have your hat. And without having your hat, you don't have a reliable way to kill piranha plants. You don't have a reliable way to clean up the poison. The whole stage is made 100 times harder because of this. And it's just like, oh, dear God.
At least you presumably already know what you're getting into.
Presumably you should if you are to this area, right?
How do you? Okay.
You gotta
good.
ground pound. It's fine. That one's actually not that bad, but it's like, yeah, no, it's just this area in general though.
This area is for.
Okay. I'm gonna.
This is where you go when you
this.
die.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you mean hell
even...
or like? Because this is a little hellish, honestly.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of poison going on here.
No, this is where you go when you die, and they process the bodies in the mulch.
Yeah, maybe. Oh god. So, want to take a guess at how we have to kill those piranha plants up there? By the way, because there's not enough rocks. There's not enough rocks, and you can't just jump on piranhas usually. The smaller ones you can in this game, which is kind of weird for Mario. You're kind of not really supposed to be like that. You can get enough rocks to maybe kill one of them, but what you actually need to do, and I'm going to die doing this because there's no way I don't have enough anymore for life, you have to wait until they spit and then jump and land on their heads when they're in the position where their head is touching the ground. If their head is touching the ground and you jump on it from the top, you do kill a large piranha plant.
So
I'm not
you've given up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost one of my hearts, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I keep saying, like, these are ungodly hard. So some of these I'm not going to do right now. We might go back and do them eventually. But,
once you've perfected your technique.
Yeah, but boy, are they fucking hard, some of these. So I'm just pointing out, hey, they're here. Like,
yeah.
Let's see.
Just showing everyone the things you've endured.
Yeah, well, I have beaten all of these. I've gotten all of the stars on every one of them in here. Or moons, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's like...
all of the shine sprites.
All of the shine sprites. But, I just don't want to have to do them again, if I can help it.
Yeah.
This, by the way, this goes straight up to the top.
Oh, okay. Convenient.
The rabbits are done, and they will no longer give you... Sorry, not rabbits.
They might as well be.
The brutals are done, and they'll no longer give you stars, but if you want to challenge them again, you are permitted to.
Can you just sort of walk up and just talk to them?
You can walk up and fight them. And the pole on top, does this look familiar? Mm-hmm. Do you see what's missing?
Uh-huh.
Be prepared to see a lot of this. Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So that's my least favorite part about this is sometimes, depending on where you start on that platform, when you roll over it, you might not hit the switch.
Okay.
It's a small thing, but it is very annoying, yeah. So here we go.
Oh.
You have to make this turn because Mario can't jump in this mode. If he does a long jump. And long jumps are good if you're right at the end of the platform, but they're terrible if you are like halfway across the platform.
Okay.
Usually. So a lot of these are just, like I said, this is regarded as quite literally the hardest star to get in this game. Moon,
What's
whatever.
going on up there?
That is all of the tanks firing off in the distance.
Okay.
Because they can see you from here.
All right.
Let's see. So if I remember correctly, I believe it's... No, it's not this. Okay, hold on.
What?
Okay, without the hat, I kind of get confused on this, but you have to be fast because this one goes really, really quickly. So if you don't get it perfect, you die. Okay.
Oh.
I missed the button again.
It's okay.
I just want to show off how infuriating this is. Like,
yeah, like one more go at it.
Yeah, one more go at it, because I know we're losing coins and we wanted that sweet-ass skeleton suit,
Yeah.
which we're probably not going to get right now, so...
Yeah, but eventually.
Yeah, well, I'd have to do grinding for coins, and I'm not going to show that on cam. That would be really boring.
Yeah. Like, we know where you do it. Like, there's that one beanstalk in Bowser's house.
Well, I don't know if I've ever pointed that out, so I'll show that one just in case.
Yeah, like, we've done that area.
But, yeah.
But it's, like, got the highest coin density, apparently.
Yeah, it does.
But, yeah,
I'm not going fast enough anymore. Nope. This is not going to work. I'm going to die. So... The problem is that if you get stopped at all... Do I even have enough time to get back? No. Okay. If you get stopped at all, even if you push forward, if all it takes is one bump, and you will die. You do not have enough time to reach the end.
Man.
It is absolutely infuriating, and messing it up is like the worst thing in the world because you just want to keep going. And at one point, I had 9,000 coins when I came in here the first time, and I left with 0.
What?
Yeah, you lose 10 on death. So
okay.
it's like literally you can lose like 900 attempts at this. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
This is...
Yeah, I'm still not going fast enough. I gotta go back.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't actually know if that's what that means.
No, it isn't. So I'm gonna wait for the button because I hit it coming over here and it's not worth it. It's literally, so like I was saying earlier on, there is a thing that you are required to have the Joy-Cons removed to do. Mm-hmm. It is this. It's the little bump that you get, the little, you'll notice it as like a shoot-off.
Yeah.
That is necessary to get any of the stars in this area.
Okay.
This area is impossible without that, to my knowledge. It's also kind of really fucking just hard as balls, and you gotta go so fast, and you gotta be going all the time, and there's no
Speed
fucking
of sound.
chance of you not, like, getting it unless you're going as fast as physically possible, and I'm dying. See? So you have so little time to do that. And the level is exactly the same as the one with the Vespa. So in order to get the secondary star, you still have to go off and get that little... the little hook up on the top. So if you want to get both stars, you have to do it perfect.
You have to sell your soul to the devil.
Basically. It's really intense.
Well, we'll all trust that you've done it on your own file.
Yeah, well. It goes beyond, like, the Super Mario Sunshine Pachinko, for instance. Uh-huh. Like, that was a big thing where people always talk about, oh, it's so hard and it's so unforgiving, and... I've seen people do it in one go before. Okay. A lot of it is just random chance, and I think that's what annoys people the most about that particular one. But the Pachinko one at least doesn't kill you every single time you go in there, basically. Okay. These are almost guaranteed to eat through your coin supply, because these are incredibly difficult.
Okay.
And this is the other one. So this is a redux of another area. I do not have my hat.
I remember this.
So because I don't have my hat anymore, this area becomes incredibly hard. I gotta get the key and go all the way back. And originally, I grabbed the bonsai bill that bursts out of the wall behind me. Oh. I can no longer do that. I have to run across the broken one to get back.
Shit. You gonna try it?
Yeah, but only to show off...
how hard it is?
Well, there's 2 stars in this area, and I want to show off the secondary one, too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do... I'm gonna make a real good attempt at doing both of them, if I can.
Okay.
So, we want to get the key. Mm-hmm. And then what I'm gonna do is the craziest, stupidest thing possible. And I am just gonna drop here. So, I need to run across that.
Oh.
So, the issue is that you have to time your jumps perfect. Okay. You cannot bump a wall, you cannot hit a wall and stand up. You have to be jumping, and I think it's specifically long jumping across every single one of those at just the exact space you need to be. Otherwise, you miss and you fall and you lose the star completely. And you lose the key as well, because the key is dependent on whether or not you've died. So see, if you're even a little bit short, you bump off it and fall.
This is self-inflicted and you can stop.
Yeah, so the key unlocks this one. And if you go down along the bottom and do the long jumps, the other bonsai bill, who should be following you but doesn't always, will hit this wall and unlock the star on the other side of this one.
Okay.
2 of the hardest stars in this entire game. Again, like it's these 2. It's the 2 in the Vespa one with the Vespa not being there. And just
the piranha
plants is difficult, but it's not impossible. It's not super hard.
Yeah, but you still
I just didn't want to do it. Plants. Yeah. So I got one out of here though. I got one out of the piranha plants. But that's just this particular area, and to my knowledge, because I have not been to the next one, this is the hardest area in the entire game.
Okay, well, let's find out what comes after
There's
this.
one more that I'm going to show off that is one that people consider also to be unbelievably difficult. And I just want to show off that not only is it doable, it's not nearly as hard as it looks.
Okay, which one are we looking at?
It's actually really easy. I just want to make sure that people know this.
Okay.
Because I've seen people talking about this online, and they're like, okay, this one is just unreasonable to the point that I don't want to get it. And it's like, I can understand not wanting to get it at all, because I didn't either. It was one of the last stars I got, personally. And
is it just the volleyball?
When I actually found out how to do it the easier way, I was like, that's really reasonable, actually.
Yeah, I know this one. I know what you did.
So what they want you to do is come in here, and then you start playing volleyball with this guy. I think we've done this one. I can't even remember. And it's like, it's really slow and kind of annoying, to be honest.
And then you gotta get 30, and
you gotta get, I think it's actually 15 for the first, and then it's 100 for the second one. And it's like, it is an unreasonable level of speed near the end, to the point where you are having to 100% of the time use Cappy to hit the ball, because there's no way you could hit it yourself. See, like it's getting to it there. So the way that you actually do this, like the way that you make sure that this one works even easier and isn't that bad, is you go into 2-player mode.
Yeah, am I taking the controller?
No, I got this one.
Okay.
You can take a try if I mess it up, though. That's not too bad.
Okay. I mean, I thought we'd do it together.
Oh no, you're not actually required to. I'll show you. You're not actually required to do it with 2 actual players, because you actually will just get in each other's way.
Okay.
So the easiest way to do it is to be 1 player, which is literally just Cappy, but Mario needs to be closer. Okay, so Mario needs to walk in and start it, walk out, and then Cappy takes over. Cappy is way faster, and he doesn't have any of the problems moving that Mario does.
He doesn't have a delay on his turn.
There's no startup. There's no delay on his turns. There's nothing. It's literally
just a UFO.
Here we go. Like, you got it. It's perfectly fine. You're a UFO. You can kind of jump, but it's not really necessary unless you want to just hit it to make it a little bit faster. And you do this for 100. I don't know if we want to do this, because this kind of seems like it might not be worth it.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of time.
But
and
I'll show off just a little bit,
because
it is going to be a little bit quicker as time goes on. But it's like,
just
no
go as
guarantee
far
either.
as you can, and once you miss, you miss.
Okay. So, what would you say? See, that's why you don't want Mario to be in here with Cappy, by the way, is you run the risk of touching him, and if you touch him, you get back on his head, and then you're reliant on Mario moving around again.
Yeah, well, if you're a team player with a second person, and you just play it like it were volleyball,
harder.
Well, you just stay on your own side of the net, your own side of the court.
I guess you could make that work, but it just I have tried it with just myself by planting Mario on a side of the court and just letting him stand there. And Cappy on the other side, and you still run the risk of running into each other quite often.
Okay.
Like, because Cappy, every time he touches the ball, gets bumped in a direction.
Oh, that's
and
true.
it's not random. You do kind of know which direction you're going to be bumped in. And also, the ball can totally hit the ground for a split second, and it's fine. But you kind of can guess which direction you're going to be bumped in based on where the ball is touching you. But it's still really, really, like, hard to fight. And basically, you will always be bumped a certain distance, and if you're anywhere near Mario, it'll auto like connect you. It's like it's magnetic directly to Mario.
Well,
So like, see, it did it there, and I lost because of it. So.
Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. Anywho.
Yeah. Let's just.
Yeah,
stop
I'm gonna go back into 1-player mode.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Oh, nope. Wrong again. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm hitting the wrong button every time I do that.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show that one off. That's how you get that one a little bit easier. Like, it's not perfect. It's not as easy as the jump rope, which you can just glitch out and not even think, which is kind of like a brainless solution to it.
Yeah, there's other strategies people have come up with that aren't quite as cheaty.
Yeah, but that one in particular, that is the best strategy I've seen. And it's not even cheaty almost at all.
Yeah, no, it's not doing any glitch stuff.
Come on and jump up